Watch. Watch.
Shalom, 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 family, for logging in with us here at the Light of Zion. Sorry for the late start. We had to handle some things here at school. But I'm Captain Samshuan. I'm here with
Officer Asher.
Connie. And we about to, I was going to speak. Yeah. The water again for logging in here with us. We about to go over some scriptures as they dealing with patience, faith, and meekness. These are the instructions, not the instructions, but these are the beginning things of wisdom. These are some of the things that wisdom produce: patience, faith, and meekness. Having wisdom should produce you with patience, faith, and meekness. Reason being, we need to learn how to move in this world. If you watched the class last night dealing with, they got this thing they done passed in Chicago on January 1st, 2023. They did a little bit more looking into it. It might not be what it is. When they saying that
So,
let me sit there right there.
yeah.
It might not be what it is when they say that they're just going to release people from prison as they try to make it seem. Now, mind you, the person that said that is the mayor, and the mayor, as you know, he's running for office. So he's going to say certain things to get the people in the uproar to try to vote against something that might be good for some people. For example, you had the young man that was in New York in jail for a book bag. They say he stole, which he never did steal. These are the kind of criminals that they're talking about releasing without bond. Somebody that they really, because that man sat in jail for 3 years waiting for a trial. You feel me? Waiting on the trial 3 years for a stolen book bag that he did not steal. As a he was an adolescent, if I'm not mistaken. And this young man, when he came out, because once he went in there, and I think it was Rikers Island, with all these grown men that should be there, they raped this young man. The man wasn't straight. When he got out, he killed himself. So these are some of the people they're talking about releasing because they kept using, if you read it, it's saying pre-trial. If you know anything about the court system, if it's your first offense, they try to give you a pre-trial like probation that lasts like for 6 months. 3 months, they give you a chance to get yourself clean if you are on any drugs, and then the next 3 months you take a drug test. Them 3 months. If you pass that as a what is called pre-trial intervention for first timers or something like that. I forget the acronym they use, PTI or something like that.
I thought it was safety. What?
No, that's the thing that they passed for in Chicago. But even here in the state of Florida, they got things. They got pre-trial things they have in place. You feel me? For first time offenders, and that's what it's for, first time offenders. So they ain't just talking about releasing somebody that's a habitual offender of a certain crime.
Yeah.
It's not talking about that. But again, we have to read more into the law and on what it really is to really get a full understanding of what are they doing. But like I said, that was a mayor that was saying these things. And as you know, certain politicians, when they're running for certain things, they're going to say whatever out their mouth to get the people on their side. Same way with the president we have now in place. This man called us monkeys, but yet everybody will pick Biden over Trump. You know Trump's a racist. You can't get around that. But Biden, come on. He tried to be on your side, but yet he's not for the people. And you see what's going on now with that. So that's why it's always best to have wisdom when we move in certain avenues and doing certain things, that make sure we get the full story and get the full understanding, because they push that thing out there for the purge. But mind you, more than likely, that's around the corner. It's just like the 13th Amendment. You feel me? That amendment was put in place so Negroes could use it during that time. Is it 13th Amendment or 14th Amendment?
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna say the Emancipation Proclamation, the amendment they made for slaves to have us be able to vote and do other things. I believe it's the 13th Amendment.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I don't want to speak.
Cole, if you listen in here, I see you online. Let me know if that was the 13th Amendment. It's either the 13th or the 14th Amendment that they wrote in the law for Negroes to be able to have the right to vote and stuff. But when it came down to it, more companies utilized that than so-called black people did. So more than likely, if you have a good lawyer will try to put that in place and use that law that is supposed to be for first-time offenders. But it is the 13th Amendment. The water family, Hannibal, the water on that. So it is the 13th Amendment. So as law work, if you got a smart lawyer, he's going to be able to utilize it for you. The 15th, nah, I know it ain't 15th. I know that for a fact. It's either the 13th or the 14th. But you said 13th at first, and then what's the name came back and backed it up before you and said the 13th as well. So I'm gonna ride with the 13th Amendment on that. But without further, you gotta look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up.
Look it up real quick for me.
Just to make sure or get clarification on that.
The 15th granted African American men the right to vote.
Well, that should be it. I think that's it. Well, I'm
Look
gonna
it up
check.
real
I'm gonna
quick.
check the 13th as well.
Look it up real quick.
Because I believe it's. I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't want to speak out of turn. That's why I said it's one or the other. But we're gonna look it up real quick, family.
Wait, it got this is the 15th, because the 13th is talking about that you shall not be put into slavery.
Yeah,
neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment. Hold on, it's buffering. So I was wrong. The 13th that make us slaves in prison. Yeah, that's the one you was talking about.
What was the 14th?
About to get it right now.
So I guess the 13th, the 14th, and the 15th was, I guess, based around us. Yeah, all those was based around us, kind. So I guess that's why I always say the 13th, because it started with the 13th, 14th put it on making us American citizens. So I guess, and then the 15th gave us the right to vote. So, and with that aspect, was still with those set of laws, more companies use that than the natural person. And I was looking at something the other day on some court papers I found. It literally said the natural person on there, and I tripped out when I saw that.
The natural person?
Yeah, because in law you got person. Person is a broad spectrum.
Right.
When you got the natural person, the artificial person. Yeah, law is a tripped out thing, man. That's why when you receive certain letters and stuff, and in the mail, especially if you're dealing with courts, it's in all capital letters. If you understand business in court, if you understand business and companies, when you create a company, it's in all capital letters. Even though if you might want to make it lowercase and all that, you do that for the logos and stuff, but on court documents and paperwork, they're all capital letters. So it's a thing behind that.
The natural person?
Yeah, the natural person. Look it up.
Yeah, that sounds crazy, man.
Yep. If on anything in the law, you type in person, and then you got the natural person. What's the other person? All in all, I digress, man. I'm going too far in the law stuff. Colossians 3:17.
It's the book of Colossians 3, verse 17.
Kind.
And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Other One Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him.
So whatever we do in our words or deeds, we always going to give thanks to the Father that's in heaven in the name of a Mashiach Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So, what?
Because Cole said, right, because corporations are now considered people.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that the word is considered a person.
Listen to the word itself. Corporation. What's the C-O-R-P?
Body of
corpse.
Right.
It's a corpse. Even though it's a dead body, that's considered a person as well.
Right.
You are the person that receives the benefits for anything that goes on in a corporation. Okay. That's why the thing they got going now talking about, open up your business and go get the car in this. Put this in your business name. Put that in the business name.
Because it's considered a whole entity, like
it's a person that can go out and then literally can vote.
All right.
Now with them being able to vote, now you understand why why businesses send money to certain politicians.
Okay. All right.
You feel me? So, hey man, this cricket world, man, it got all kind of stuff in it, but we're going to deal with the wisdom, patience, the faith, and meekness. Some of these things are parts of the fruits of the spirit, but we just about to deal with the things that wisdom produces right now. It produces a lot of other things, but these are the top 3 things. But let me get Sirach chapter 1. Sirach 1 and verse 22. Let's start off there. Come on now. Watch yourself.
So my bad.
Yeah. You need to get your rest. So we get in here and get it. You ready? Sirach chapter 1, verse 22.
This is the book of Sirach chapter 1, verse 22.
Come
on. A furious man cannot be justified. For the sway of his fury shall be his destruction.
The sway of his fury shall be his destruction. Meaning, how can I say it? You angry and you just flying off the hinges. You're emotional. You feel me? Being an emotional man can lead to your destruction. Have patience and faith and meekness in that situation, especially patience, to where you're not raising your voice because somebody else is raising their voice. Keep your voice at the moderate tone as it should be, and then speaking as a man should speak, and as they say, with the low decibels. But keep going.
A patient man will bear for a time, and after a while joy shall spring up unto him.
Yep.
He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom.
Now, the reason why many can declare his lips for wisdom, because he's only speaking at certain times. He's not just going to constantly keep speaking. A fool is known by many words, as Proverbs tells us. So to be patient, I don't have to say much. I can be quiet and look wise at the same time. Keep going for me.
He will hide his words for a time,
and
the lips of many shall declare his wisdom. The parables of knowledge.
The what?
The parables of knowledge.
The parables of knowledge. The things he say, the things he do, everything can be considered a parable, especially when it's dealing with knowledge or what?
Are in the treasures of wisdom. But godliness is But godliness is an abomination to a sinner. Okay.
Godliness or righteousness is an abomination to a sinner. The same way as the Most High will say that swine is an abomination because that's a sin. The same way a sinner is going to say righteousness is an abomination. Man, not eating pork, that's an abomination.
Yeah.
Cat Williams in his stand-up comedy. No, Jesus made the swine. Look at that. You got bacon on the side. Who can do that? Like Jesus can. You feel me? And his stands up, he breaks stuff down like this.
That's wicked.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah, that's really wicked.
But if you don't understand the scriptures and Christianity, you taught us that everything can be eaten as long as you pray over it. And then invite them over and you grill some rats on your grill and say, here you go. What's this? The same thing Chinaman feeds you. Sure. Grill up a cat or a dog and chop it up and put some sauce on it, call it General Chow chicken.
Oh, hell no. That's
General Rao Rao chicken or General Pow. What the dog say?
Come
Chihuahua chicken or something. Let's keep going.
Verse 26. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments.
Do what?
Keep the commandments.
Keep going.
And the Most High shall give her unto thee.
Yep. What else?
For the fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction.
The fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction. You have not wisdoms, but you have wisdom and instruction, and what that causes. Keep going.
Oh, God. And faith and meekness are his delight.
Wisdom, instruction. The light of wisdom and instruction is faith and meekness. You see how that played itself out? If you have wisdom and instruction, faith and meekness comes along with that. Because you're going to have faith in what you're doing is right. You're going to understand how you move in meekness when you have these things. Keep going.
Come on. Verse 28. Distrust not the fear of the Most High when thou art poor.
So when you are poor, distrust not admonishing your father. That's the word I want to use. Admonish.
I'll go simple. Just go simpler. I'll just say
honor your father.
Yeah, just honor your father. Yeah.
Honor your father when you're at a lower state.
Right.
Don't disrespect him by saying, man, I'm gonna go out here and do this and do that. Had a brother outside just yesterday doing when we giving out the food.
Don't start losing faith.
And that's another aspect. Don't lose faith.
Don't lose faith when you're poor.
Don't lose faith. What the scripture just said a minute? Distrust not the fear of the Most High when thou art poor. So that's one of the things. Faith. Right. You distrust him because now your faith waver.
Keep the faith, man.
Your patience ain't there no more.
Right. Keep the faith when you up. When you up, keep the faith when you up. Keep the faith when you down. Be patient when you up. Be patient when you down. Keep it balanced.
Pause right there. Let's go to verse 2. Chapter 2. We want to come back to that. So see that even the next chapter even touched on that when it comes to being poor.
2 and 1.
Come.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
Now, you coming to serve the Most High, you got to prepare your soul for temptation. Meaning, when you keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, he's going to come nigh to you, but be ready for this temptation. Keep going.
Set thy heart aright and constantly endure and make not haste in time of trouble.
Keep going.
cleave unto him, and depart not away,
Keep going.
that thou mayest be increased at thy last end.
Yep.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
Just like you said, take it cheerfully. If you up, take it cheerfully. If you down, take it cheerfully. Keep going.
And be patient.
Be what?
And be patient.
There go that word patient again. Keep going.
When thou art changed to a lower state.
When you're poor, when stuff ain't going your way, keep your eye on the Most High. I can say that about one of them Christian songs. You feel me? I forget how it go.
Sorry.
That AC blowing on you right now.
I don't know what it is. I'm not tired. I don't know.
That AC blowing. I can feel
Just
like yawning. We got that on us right now. But Slock family, I digress. But when we brought to that lower state, have your eye never change from the unchanging, wavering hand of Jesus. That's how the songs be going, man. Yeah, so that they have that aspect right, you feel me? But you got to do that and keep the commandments. That's the key thing that Christianity misses, is keeping the commandments, because they are worded in a way to where, oh, I don't got to keep the commandments. But yes, you do have to keep the commandments. You cannot try to wiggle your way out of it.
And the funny thing, all throughout the Bible, it talks about keeping the commandments, even in the New Testament. Matter of fact, even after Christ died, his disciples still said, keep the commandments. Keep them.
You can't get around that, man. We don't went through that several times.
It's crazy. Hold on, and one more thing. Even in Revelation 22:14, a lot of people say they're blessed. But in Revelation 22:14, it says, blessed are they that keep his commandments and do them.
You can't get around.
You can't get around that.
That's the last book, the last chapter, and 6 verses away from the last words in the scripture. I think it got 20 verses in 22, I believe. I'm just guessing, but it ain't that far away. I should say 7. Because 7 is completion. So I ain't gonna
it makes no sense, man. It makes no sense.
We'll finish that off in
But yeah, verse 3. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 5. I'm gonna start at 4.
All right.
Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Believe in him, and he will help thee. Order thy way aright, and trust in him.
Do what?
And trust in him.
And go back to chapter 1 now.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1, and verse 26. Mm-hmm. If thou desire wisdom, keep the commandments, and the Most High shall give her unto thee. For the Most High, for the fear of the Most High is wisdom and instruction, and faith and meekness are his delight. Distrust not the fear of the Most High when thou art poor.
And verse 2, chapter 2, that's told us trust in the Lord even when you in that. Right. So it's just re-illustrating itself. This is how the Most High operates. He's going to tell you the same thing a different way, but it means the same thing. Now keep going for me.
And come not unto him with a double heart.
Come not him with a what?
And come not unto him with a double heart.
That's the same thing Revelation say. Talks about when you straddle the fence. Don't be hot nor cold, or try to be lukewarm. He'd rather you be hot or cold. Choose a side. Don't be lukewarm. Right. Don't straddle the fence. Right. Don't think you got a foot in and a foot out. You feel me? Keep going on that.
Right. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men.
Yep.
And take good heed what thou speakest.
Say that again.
And take good heed what thou speakest.
Now, we done did classes on the tongue before. You feel me? That little member of the body. So take heed to what comes out of your mouth.
Yep.
Because Christ already told us out of a man's heart is the abundance of, that's how he feels.
Right.
When you speak, that's how you really feel sometimes.
Right. And so that verse is talking about how the way somebody feel when they speaking, or
no,
or
that's
is
just
it saying
about,
when you speak, hold to what you speaking on, like
hold to what you speaking on. Don't be a hypocrite,
right?
Don't be double-minded,
right? Okay.
As they say in the hood, my balls, my word. My balls is my word. What I tell you, that's what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna go back on. If I said I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this.
I'm not gonna be two-faced, right?
Yeah. What you say?
Two-faced it. That's being being a hypocrite. Two-faced it.
Two-faced. Don't be a hypocrite.
Two-faced in somebody's face 1 minute.
But in the words of Scarface, a man has only 2 things. You feel me? my balls and my word. Hey,
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Hey, I gotta come
You
at
just
you raw
showed you
sometime.
definitely just showed your age at this thing.
That's
brother.
okay.
You
Scarface
definitely
is a
just showed
nice.
your age.
He talks about some good stuff in some of his rap music. So hey, man, some
Just
stuff
showed
he
his
goes
age.
off on.
Come
But
on.
let's keep going.
Come on, verse 30. Exact not thyself,
What?
exalt not thyself,
Con.
lest thou fall.
Do what?
Lest thou fall.
Exalt not thyself. Don't put your
Right.
head on a high pedestal. Don't get the big head.
I did this. I did that.
And
I
New
made my
Testament talk
money.
about all
I'm
that
rich.
as well. Con.
And bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so the Most High discover thy secrets
Mhm.
and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation.
So you get cast down in the front of everybody because you thought you was the
bee's knees.
The bee's knees, the big boss on campus. I was about to say something else. I had to catch my word. I was about to say something else. But yeah, he'll bring you down in the midst of the congregation. And then you looking like, dang. Now everybody looking at you like, yeah.
They're not laughing with you. They're laughing at you. You're the joke. You're the joke of the congregation.
Keep going.
Because thou camest not in truth to fear the Most High, but thy heart is full of deceit.
Thy heart was what?
Thy heart is full of deceit.
And you can't hide nothing from the Most High if your heart is full of deceit. You're going to try to talk your way out of it. That's why I be careful what you speak. Because you're full of deceit. And people are going to try to talk their way out of stuff, into stuff, and all kind of stuff. But the Most High knows your hearts, and he will try the hearts off rip. And it ain't going to be him that's trying your hearts. He's going to send somebody at you to try your heart, to really see if you for this truth or not, if you for him or not.
Right.
Have you tried my servant Job? Oh, man, he only doing that because you got a hedge of protection around him. All right, I'll take the protection away. You just can't touch him. Until he came back later and said, okay, you can touch him, but you can't kill him. What are you going to say out of your mouth when that time comes? Are you going to take it cheerfully?
All right.
You feel me? That's why a lot of other people try to talk down on so-called birthdays. You feel me? And say certain things. What Job said, curse be the day that I was born.
And the thing is, he wasn't wrong when he was speaking. He wasn't wrong when he was speaking that. Because there's a lot of prophets that said, like, curse the day that I was born. Like, there was one, I forgot who it was. He's like, I'd rather have died in the womb than to have been born.
But why? Because he understood the turmoil his people was going through.
Right.
See, that's a different aspect. Job literally going through something, and then his wife cursed God and all this other nonsense.
He's like, nah. I could curse my life, but I'm not cursing the Most High.
But believe it or not, Job did have a situation that he thought he knew something that he didn't.
Oh, that's true. Oh,
he thought
have
he
I
had
not been righteous?
but he tried putting himself up there when he should have just stayed humble with it.
He got checked.
He had to get checked on what he was talking about.
He definitely got checked.
Come on, the water. I'm gonna post that right now.
Here's where don't forget to click the like button, icon, share, and subscribe.
Come on. The water art. That's a powerful art right there, man. That brother Richard comes into town and he does great things when he comes here, man. It's good to have good brothers around, man. Yep. I was very surprised to see him just pop up out the blue. And hey, man, it's always a beautiful thing when that brother shows up. But let's jump to Sirach 4, verse 11.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, and verse 11. My son, defraud not the poor of his living. Wait.
No, man.
For
11.
Sorry. I don't know why I started at 1. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 11. My bad. Wisdom exalted her children and layeth hold of them that seek her.
Read that one more time.
Wisdom exalteth her children and layeth hold of them that seek her.
So if you seek wisdom, wisdom is going to lay a hold on you. And it won't depart if you keep these laws, statutes, commandments. Keep reading.
Right. He that loveth her, loveth life. And they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy.
Seek to her early. That means even in your youth, you're going to seek to this wisdom. Keep going.
He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory. And whosoever she entereth the Most High will bless.
You can't beat that right there. If you want blessings, as we just brought out in Revelations 22:14, keep the commandments. This is how the Most High is going to bless you.
I'm gonna get something like Clifford that you said about the Most High shall bless you.
You got it?
Yeah, give me a second.
So you can't get around that. And just like in Revelations 22:14, and like I said, it was 7 more verses to that verse 21. But you got it?
Hold on. Yeah, I got
that
it.
from me.
Cause this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 8 and verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start at I'm gonna start at 17. And thou say in thine heart, my power and my might of mine hand have gotten me this wealth.
And that's what it was just talking about previously in the last verse. Don't speak high-minded of yourself like that, thinking your might and you did all these things to get you there, but who got it for you?
Right. Verse 18. But thou shalt remember the Most High thy power, for it is he that giveth thee power to get wealth, that he may establish his covenant which he sware unto thy fathers, as it is this day.
Even to this very day, if we get anything, give all praises to the Most High. If you brought to a lower state, give all praises to the Most High.
Right.
Don't never stop giving praises to the Most High in any condition you're in. Always praise the Most High and keep that praise going.
And one thing I like to do is, like, whenever I'm going through something, I always say, all praise to the Most High. I ain't dead. Because he could take your life at any moment. You gotta think about that. Even when you're going through that hard times, better I'm alive and got all and everything working than being a dead man and because of a sin.
See, you about to make me do something. I wasn't gonna do this.
You know what I'm saying?
I wasn't gonna do this. I'm trying to see, should I even do this?
What?
Let me see if we might get copyright infringements on this, but I don't care, man.
I'd rather be chastised. I'd rather be chastised than dead by the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Because of a sin.
As he said, all praise to the Most High. I'm still here. And again,
I just seen that today.
Hey, I don't care, y'all.
Spirit.
I don't care, y'all. I'm gonna play this only because dude goes in, man. Dude goes in. I don't want to, but like I say, you might get some infringements for this, but I don't care. I don't care. Going down to come on now, don't do that. You know what? Go. You gonna go grab that? Yeah, go grab that from me real quick. Here we go, family. Here we go, family. I'm about to play this. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Because we just on that topic real quick, even in your lower state, bless the Most High. And if everybody here that got this, need to think about this real quick. Share screen. Where's that? Windows, Chrome tab. I gotta share this, family. Now, check Buddy out.
I'm outside in Virginia Beach, but I'm 757. I'm DMV. And you are now tuning in to My Block Live. You know what I'm saying?
Shalom. I know y'all looking like.
I don't care if it's a race. I'ma set my own pace on my mom. Ready, set, go. I'm ashamed that I used to shift the blame when I hadn't done my part. Like say it ain't so.
Now, if this man can get out,
just stop and use my
write music, and do all of this, and have no arms, we have no excuse. This man, a lot of people will give up life in this state right here. You feel me?
Why not stop? I figure why not.
That's what you call taking it tricky.
The biggest smile on my face when I'm around. You can't really tell that I'm hurting. Really.
See, he hurting, but he still got the biggest smile on his face. You feel me? But why? You feel me?
Do my best when out in public, keep my head from tilting down. But deep inside, I feel like a burden. Everybody steady in my ear saying I should keep going. Not realizing that my heart is torn. Some days I wake up excited because I know exactly what I'm doing. Other days I still wish I wasn't born.
Some days I wish I wasn't never born. That's it, family. I ain't gonna play no more, man. I ain't gonna play no more. Check that brother out, man. Again, the brother is When I came across this, I forgot when it came out, but I saw it come across my Facebook feed. One of them things I was on. You all right?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
You about to cry?
No, I'm good, brother. I'm good, brother. No, I wasn't about to cry. I'm good, brother.
I think he was about to
No,
cry.
I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Because it
powerful,
touches
man.
you, nah.
It's powerful now, brother. It's powerful, man.
It can touch you. This song, again, the brother has no arms. Jake, you feel me? And he going in. Now, if somebody's saying something about, oh, I can't do this and that there, and this man has no arms. He has no arms, dude. But he's still out here. He got to do what he got to do. He ain't asked for no hand. I don't know if he done asked for handouts before in his life. You feel me? You never know. But at this state and right now, in this time of his life, he's doing it. How you writing songs with no hands?
Right.
I can't rap like that. You feel me? I can do a little something, but the man got a gift to do it. You feel me? We got brothers here at the school that got the gift to do it. Brother sitting next to me got the gift to sing and harmonize and stuff. But what are we going to do with our talents? You got one talent. This brother got 2 talents. Another brother got 5. Now, are we going to multiply them or what? Or are you going to be afraid to stick yours in the dirt and just wait? See, I was afraid to use it. What are we going to do? What can we do? But again, the brother is powerful, man. You can read?
Yeah, I can read.
Okay.
I can read, brother. You good, man?
Because I hear you over there breathing.
No, I'm good, bro. I'm good,
All right.
brother. I'm good, brother.
Where we start at? Let's see. Start at verse 13.
13. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, verse 13.
Go to 12 for me.
This verse 12.
Uh-huh.
He that loveth her loveth life.
Yep.
And they that seek to her early shall be filled with joy.
Keep going.
He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory.
Yep.
And wheresoever she entereth, the Most High will bless.
Keep going.
They that serve her shall minister to the Holy One.
Mm-hmm.
And them that love her, the Most High doeth love.
And you can't get around that right there. If you love the Most High is going to love you. You keep His commandments, He's going to bless you, and that's how He's going to show you He loves you. Keep going.
Come. Verse 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations.
Shall do what?
Shall judge the nations.
So there's no such thing as you can't judge. We got to be able to judge the smallest matters as well as the biggest matters. That's why we got to keep these commandments to know how we can judge in righteousness and not how this world judges. As we just brought out earlier about the judges that's going to be able to set people free up under this law they bringing out in Chicago. Safety Act, you feel me? And they try to propagate it's a purge type law. But I know this judge is going to have the say so. If okay, you can get this. You can be let free. You're a first time offender. You ain't did nothing off. Right. You feel me? Because you had another black dude that's a lawyer, public offender type guy, where he talked about it, where he was like, a lot of poor people go to jail, but because the court case don't start for a year or two, you don't got money to bond out. You got to sit in there. Why? Because you're poor.
Right.
But as we know, you got people that false accuse. You feel me? A girl done said, "Oh, he raped me," when in actuality he didn't. You got brothers that do wild stuff as well. You feel me? To other brothers, some of them did it, some of them didn't do it. But it's going to be under the judge's discretion if he let them people out or not. Okay, cool. We ain't going to give you no bond. Make sure and here, take this ankle monitor. You feel me? We going to give you 48 hours. Now that's a little wild, giving a person 48 hours because that person can't flee. You feel me? Yeah. I'm out of here. They're going to railroad me. But especially in this day and age where a lot of our people are being put in jail for the crimes they did commit, right. Especially that resisting arrest. Because you walked up on me, I know I'm not the person that did this crime, so of course I'm gonna act a certain way. But mind you, some of our people are really in the midst of committing the crime. Mm-hmm. So can we? It's almost like, can I blame Edomites for acting the way they act? Can I?
We set free, but Jake, yeah, I was thinking the same thing too. That thing can really get biased,
and that's what. I can't pronounce your name,
Kente Schuler.
I can't doubt you because I said that earlier. People who got good lawyers, more likely the white folk, are going to be able to utilize that law and get up out of there. I ain't going to put that past that at all. Them the ones that really need to be behind bars. You feel me? Because they're animals. It shows in their track record. They're animals. But like you said, more than likely, Esau is going to be using that more than anything.
Oh, that's Officer. Oh, okay.
Oh, come, Shalom.
I didn't even realize.
Shalom. But that's how it's going to rock and roll. It's going to rock and roll like that. But at the end of the day, we got to make sure we are caught doing the right thing. So we don't have to worry about that. That's why when I talk to class dealing with the police, agree with your adversary quickly. He has the power to kill you or throw you in jail. Don't sit out there and argue with him about the law right there.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take that L for the moment. Nobody want to be embarrassed like that, you feel me? Lay down on the ground, put your hands behind your back. But dang, they got a gun drawn on you. You Superman now? You can stop bullets? No. This is the where we at right now in this life. Our forefathers messed up, hence we did. We got to get what we got to get. That's why each of us, knowing that it's that time, we all need to be out there trying to tell a person, keep these laws, statutes, commandments, so we can hurry up and get out of this captivity, trying to get out of this situation.
Trying to get the hell up on out of here, man.
You feel me?
I want to make it to the land, but man, I don't even listen. Even if I just want to make it to the wilderness. If I get to the wilderness, I'm good. We in there. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway. I just want to make it to the wilderness. I'm sick and tired. I'm sick and tired of these heathens. I'm sick and tired of the corruption of the justice system. I'm sick and tired of everything that with heathens being on top is just too much.
I'm gonna say this to him. He talking about that, man. I just want to make it to the wilderness. You get in that wilderness, you gotta eat that leaf. Get a tree and eat one leaf a day. Like that boy from Golden Child. Listen, you're gonna be like, man, where that chicken?
Listen,
I sure enough missed that fish tail.
Listen,
where the peanut butter I had on bread? I missed that.
The one thing I was trying to keep my silence throughout the wilderness. People gonna be like, what's up? Asher hasn't spoken in years. What happened? I ain't trying to get condemned.
That's the other thing.
I'm not trying to get condemned.
You go to that wilderness, boy, you gotta do just like
I ain't trying to speak.
Quiet.
I'm gonna hold my peace to everything. They're gonna be asking for my response. I'm gonna be like, keep the commandments. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Keep the commandments. That's all I'm gonna say.
They ask you to do something.
I'm gonna be like, keep the commandments. That's all I'm
gonna say. He's just pointing out the house side. He said it. If he didn't say it, I ain't going. I ain't
good. I'm straight. I'm not bro.
I'm be like this, following high behind him. I don't know where everybody else going, but
listen, just a sidebar. Just knowing the fact that I don't have to pay bills no more. Bills, the light bill, rent, insurance, which is the biggest fraud in the world. Insurance, just not paying bills no more, bro. You got me. I'm sold. I'm good. I'm already happy. I'm content at that point. I'm content because these bills, man, it's ridiculous, man, and it don't stop. And even when you dead, you still gotta pay a bill. That's crazy. That is craziness, man. I'm done.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Talking about bills and not being able to pay them.
It's just crazy, man.
We're gonna have different bills we gotta pay them, boy.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that's a bill. That's a bill that suffices.
Okay, we gonna see.
That's a forever bill.
Well, I hope I can see. I should say.
That's a forever bill.
I can't say
man.
We gonna see. I hope I can see.
That's a forever bill.
But the way Judah, if we had to depend on Judah to get right, boy, we gonna be here another 100 years, boy.
I'm gonna get the commandment. That's all I'm gonna say.
Judah lost.
Get the commandments.
Let's get that.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't about to do me like that. Come on, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 4, and verse 13. He that holdeth her fast shall inherit glory.
Hold on. Read verse 15 for me.
Come, verse 15. Whoso giveth ear unto her shall judge the nations.
Yep.
And he that attended it unto her shall dwell securely.
Mm-hmm.
If a man commit himself unto her, he shall inherit her, and his generation shall hold her in possession.
Yes.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways.
At first, she's gonna walk with you on your crooked path. at the beginning because we got to get ourselves together. Now keep reading.
And bring fear and dread upon him and torment him with her discipline.
The discipline is going to be that whooping stick. Stuff that the Most High deems like, okay, this is how you get punished this way, way, this way, to get your crooked
your
straight.
Imagination, your thoughts of what the Most High can do to you too.
Yeah, I get that too.
That'll torment you too. Until she may trust his soul and try him by her laws.
And do what?
And try him by her laws.
That temptation. Satan cometh, seeking who he may destroy. If you know you weak at something, it's going to come right there.
Like a crouching lion.
And how you going to do it? How you going to handle it?
Hey,
it's going to be tough.
Hey,
it's going to be tough. All I tell everybody, don't be like me and fail the battle.
Bro, it's going to be
battle. The battles is going to be won and lost. Yeah. Hopefully you get more victories than what's the word? Victories than defeats.
More W's than L's, I'll say.
Yeah, more W's than L's. Because a righteous man falleth 7 times. You feel me?
You can lose the battle, but you must win the war.
I give you that.
Yeah. You can lose the battle, but make sure you win that war. You know what I'm saying?
And guess what the war is for? Your soul.
Right.
Keep going.
Verse 18. Then will she return the straight way unto him and comfort him and show him her secrets.
Yep.
But if he go wrong, she will forsake him and give him over to his own ruin.
What wisdom will do?
And give him over to his own ruin.
Oh, you want that? Go get that. Have that. Now, when that bites you in your butt, don't come back crying to me.
That's real now.
You wanted that.
That's real now.
I gave you exactly what you wanted. I told you to choose this water, but you wanted to choose fire.
Fire, yeah, right.
Can't get around that, man. Sirach 6.
18. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, and verse 18.
Okay.
My son, gather instruction for thy youth up. So shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age.
So from the youth coming on up, gather all the wisdom you can. Because when you get to that old age, you should not be doing the same silliness you did when you was young.
Right. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits.
Yep.
For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her.
You ain't going to do all that laboring trying to get the wisdom if you did it right the first time around. The fruits are going to come, and they're going to come plentiful.
Plentiful, yes.
There you go. Keep going.
But thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned.
Now, mind you, you might be talking wisdom around people that's unlearned.
I don't want to hear that mess. You talking about a Hebrew Israelite bull crap. I don't want to hear that mess.
Not just even on that aspect. Just to give them good wisdom and instruction on the handle of the situation.
That's too much.
I don't want to hear that, man. I want to go about it this ignorant way,
bro,
and be ignorant about the whole situation.
That's a prime example, man.
Now, here go a prime example at the job. You know, the job about to try to be ran like a prison now almost. But the because how they acting, people around there getting frustrated and acting a certain way. Now, one dude trying to do one thing, and he got in the midst of some other brothers because he's trying to show them the correct way how to do something. It's like me and you talking, I'm trying to show you the correct way.
Right.
But he'll come along, you feel me, mad, honking his horn on his forklift. Move out of the way. Man, I'm having a conversation. I don't give about your conversation. Wait, homeboy, hold on now.
Satan cometh immediately.
You feel me? Now, wisdom will tell me, ignore you right now. We'll go ahead and get out of his way so he can do what he got to do, and I'm going to continue to have this conversation. Ignorance, we like, well, you do, and we want to continue to have our conversation. You want to get something? The other person that he talking to you because you said something, and when he said y'all conversation, now he want to get involved because homeboy, you talking to me now. You involved me in this. But even though you said, it's on and popping now. Now everybody can get caught up yelling back and forth. Now here go the boss man walking through, and the boss man just happen to be walking through there, looking like,
fired.
And go turn that into somebody. Now you're stuck, homeboy.
Right, you
feel me?
Now you about to get terminated.
It's the wisdom on how we handle ourselves in certain situations.
Yeah, man.
These are the things you should have gained from your youth growing up.
Yeah.
Hopefully you could be at one job and the people treat you right there. You feel me? Or you got your own business and you got employees working for you, and you try to show them the right way on how to do it, and you don't get back and forth and stuff with people. But again, the old man might come out of some people. But if you the sound mind there, you should don't get caught up in that. And that's what I had to tell my coworker when they told me after the fact. Because normally when I'm around in situations like that, I tell them, because they done tried me before, you feel me, in the heat of everything. And I'm like, you know what, homeboy? You ain't get me caught up in this right now. You just don't know. All I'm telling y'all is this.
Trying to bring that nigga out.
They got me to do my job to come through and do this. I'm not trying to save nobody. I done told y'all I will try to save you. But if you don't want to be saved, ain't nothing I can do for you. I ain't about to lose my gig. Baby got to be fed. The baby wants some shoes. The baby's growing and need diapers and wipes. I can't go out like that. But I digress. Let's go. Come and do it to the end. Come.
Can I bring in a precept? Okay.
Come, what's precept you got?
I got Ecclesiastes 12:1. We talk about the youth. It says, "Remember now, thy Creator, in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou dost say, I have no pleasure in them."
You said Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes.
Sirach?
Ecclesiastes, I'm sorry.
Ecclesiastes 12:1. You got that?
Come on. It's the
Read
book
that
of
for me.
Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth, when the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened. Keep going.
Dude, my bad. I was reading one of the comments that I believe that's the sister had put up. Let me get there real quick. So we can start at the top for me.
Con, this is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 1.
Remember
now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
Remember the creator in the days of your youth. Go ahead.
While the evil days come not.
When the evil days do not come not, remember the Most High. Because there's going to be a time when the evil days do pop up on you.
Nor the years draw nigh.
And the years draw nigh. You're growing up in age.
When thou shalt say,
what you going to say?
I have no pleasure in them.
You don't have no pleasure in what? The evil days.
Right.
You don't got pleasure in the evil days and all that nonsense. Keep going.
Okay. While the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened.
That means everything is good. Everything's going good. The days are going by. Everything's good. Nothing dark. And when it's dark outside, they say that's trouble. Storm. Keep going.
Nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble.
The keepers of the house going to tremble. Who's the keepers of the house? The house is the house of Israel. You feel me?
Right.
Keep going.
And the strong men shall bow themselves,
and
the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened.
Those that look out of the windows because the windows are darkened. This is where our leaders are. What's the word I want to use? Languish. The leaders aren't there. Right. This is what Isaiah talk about. I believe it's Isaiah. Our leaders are language. We don't have these leaders no more. Or Jeremiah, my dad, Jeremiah. Keep going.
And the door shall be shut in, and the doors shall be shut in the streets.
The wisdom ain't coming out no more. Keep going.
When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low.
All the singing and the joyfulness is gone now. You ain't happy no more because the evil days are coming. All right. Keep going.
And when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be a burden, and desire shall fail, because man goeth to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets.
The people who say that part again, who goes home?
because men go into his long home, and the mourners go about the streets.
The mourners are the those that's seeking for that truth. The men go home. We done dip. The same thing repeats itself in the
we
same.
ain't gonna no longer be there.
We ain't gonna be there in the streets.
Where them brothers? Where them brothers at?
You feel me?
That was talking about this Bible the other day. I know they in that certain area. I always go by. It's that area. Where they at?
They used to be around here about this time. What exactly? 9:30 Friday night. They supposed to be here. Where they at?
Nope, we don't
They
go
nowhere to be
home.
found. We gone
We going home. The doors are shut.
out the door.
The wisdom was here,
Right.
but you ain't want the wisdom. The wisdom is gone now.
I always being a mess at work. I couldn't eat with Karen and Nancy in my
Nah.
business, having me talking bad enough not to get
Jump back
fired.
to Ciroc now.
Huh?
Jump back to Ciroc now.
Ciroc.
Okay, I'm gonna just say this real quick. Again, I believe this is a sister. I'm gonna post it real quick. I believe this is a sister only because how the name is spelled. Bad enough not to get fired, and that's the thing. They're gonna try you at your job and want you to get fired. And they're gonna be seeking for you to try to get
Right.
fired.
And here's the one secret that I've been finding that's been working. Try to be that quiet person at work. Try to always be that one quiet, because nobody really noticed that quiet person at work.
Yeah.
They may, you rather have them see you than hear you. Don't let them see you but not hear you, because that's always gonna work out to your benefit every time.
Again, that's wisdom. A fool is known by many words.
Words,
But if you're
right.
quiet, what can you say? I said
You gonna
wrong.
you
I
start
do my
running.
job, and I asked about my job. Other than that, I'm out. I'm gone.
Especially as an Israelite, you start, especially if you're an Israelite and you start talking, the truth gonna come out.
Yeah.
The Bible gonna come out some sort of way.
Give me Amos 8 and 11.
Huh.
Because a powerful captain done dropped on one. He done hopped in the room. All right, come on, shalom, sis. Shalom, sis. So yeah, don't let Karen and them get you to that point. Learn how to ignore. Look at them like they crazy. And
Karen know how to manipulate.
we got to get to this. Should I say it?
What?
As dude came out with his little video, let's get to this money. Let's get to this money.
Yeah.
Because when they start beefing, even the girls at my job, they beefing with each other. They done went out and had their little fun day at the beach and stuff and all that.
man.
Now y'all at the work arguing
About
with each
to
other.
knock each other head off, man.
Yeah, and I just look at all of them and tell them, hey, man, you got to get to this money. All of them trying to go upstairs and tell a man on each other. And I'm like, eventually, all y'all going to get fired, right? Because they're going to get tired of y'all keep coming up there and say, oh, every time I walk by, she's laughing. And she's doing this. I can't. And I kept telling perception is everything, because one girl thought another girl had her brother and husband come up there to try to jump on her. Because of perception. You walk out the door not knowing that they just came up there. And one dude came up there to fill out an application for a job. You feel me? And the other one just sitting in the car waiting for his wife.
Just assuming.
But
Assuming.
because they walking behind you, you think like oh, there she all right. Now the girl already said she a little lost up top, but hey man, I digress.
Be seen, not heard.
Amos 8 and 11.
It's the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11.
Time.
Behold, the days come,
Mhm.
saith the Most High Power,
Yep.
that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of the hearing the words of the Most High.
That's a precept for
Ecclesiastes
12 and 1.
Yeah, 12 and 1, right?
So come the water out for dropping that in the chat for me.
Come.
Get back to Ciroc. We're gonna start at verse 20. I'll leave that verse 20. Yeah, verse 20.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 6, verse 20.
Come.
She is very unpleasant to the unlearned.
Uh-huh.
He that is without understanding will not remain with her.
Mm-hmm.
She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial,
Yep.
and he will cast her from him it belong.
Yep.
For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many.
Many people ain't gonna have this wisdom. Keep going.
Give ear, my son,
Uh-huh.
receive my advice,
Yep.
and refuse not my counsel,
Come.
and put thy feet into her fetters,
Yep.
and thy neck into her chain,
Yep.
Bow down thy shoulder and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds.
This talking about wisdom. Let wisdom put you in the chokehold.
Let her beat her.
Don't fight with the
Don't
wisdom.
fight it.
Let wisdom bound you down. Where it got you in the chokehold, it got you in the arm bar,
Now-
it got you in all these
now
things, and you walk with it and bear it.
I just thought about this. Now, what are chains? Designed to do? To bind you, to restrict you from free movement, from any movement you feel of doing. That's what wisdom is basically saying. Put on these chains, restrict yourself, put them on, because it may feel burdensome at the beginning, but in the end, it's gonna look beautiful on you.
Yeah.
It's gonna show. It's gonna be like a worthy. It's gonna go into that, a worthy robe. It's gonna look like a beautiful fashion robe on you.
You think I don't know what goes into that?
Yeah. I was just telling you, it's going.
You could have said like a suit of armor and all
Yeah,
that
yeah,
good stuff.
like a super suit.
Yeah, super suit. There you
It's like
go.
a super suit, man.
Keep going.
For wisdom is according to her name, and she is not manifest unto many. Give ear, my son. Receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel. And put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain. Bow down thy shoulder, and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. And when thou hast got hold of her, let her not go.
Yep.
For at thy last thou shalt find her rest, and that shall be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense.
Yeah, what?
Be a strong defense
Yep.
for thee, and her chains a robe of glory.
I ain't really saying too much on these verses because it's speaking for itself.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
really
It's
talking.
speaking for itself.
Yeah.
Keep going.
For there is a golden ornament upon her,
Yep.
and her bands are purple lace.
Yep.
Thou shalt put her on as a robe of honor,
Just the wisdom you putting on. Keep going.
and shalt put her about thee as a crown of joy.
Your thoughts are going to be on this. Keep going.
My son, if thou wilt, thou shalt be taught, and if thou wilt able apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent.
So not only do you have to be taught, you have to apply it. That's the definition of knowledge, the proper application of wisdom.
Sorry.
When you have knowledge, you got to apply the knowledge.
Right.
This is how you know you have the wisdom, because you're applying everything you've been taught. You done taught it. I mean, not taught it, but you learned it. You teach it if you can, but you apply it. When you're applying it to some things, you also teaching, because a person now look at your example. Dang, he moves like that. He operates like that. That's the person I want to be around. Why do you act like that? Why you move like that? Because I dealt with these law, statutes, and commandments, and I understood the wisdom that the Most High presented to me. And I had elders that taught me this understanding and wisdom. When we have our councils, this is how the wisdom get passed down. It trickles down to the families, to the children, to the sisters, to the brothers. You feel me? Keep reading.
Good. If thou love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. And if thou bow thine ear, thou shalt be wise.
Come.
Stand in the multitude of the elders,
Mm-hmm.
and cleave unto him that is wise.
Ooh.
Be willing to hear every godly discourse.
Every godly discourse, every righteous conversation, be willing to hear it. Because and these are the conversations we should be having anyway, according to the New Testament, especially if you're a Christian.
Right.
You feel me? These are the conversations you should be having. And everybody should be willing to, oh, dang, where's the wisdom in that? Where's the parable they about to let me in on? Dang, that's a powerful parable. Let me meditate on that throughout the day. Keep going.
And let not the parables of understanding escape
You
thee.
see that? Let not the parables of understanding escape thee. Keep going.
And if thou seest a man of understanding, get thee betimes unto him,
Yep.
and let thy foot wear the steps of his door.
That means you find an elder that got a lot of understanding.
Follow him.
You knock it out his door.
Follow.
You need me to take you somewhere, sir? Hop in and you ride with that wisdom and knowledge. Keep going.
Come. Let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Most High, and meditate continually in his commandments. He shall establish thine heart and give thee wisdom at thine own desire.
That's it right there. If
That's
you meditate
powerful.
on what the Most High got for you, he's going to give you the power.
That's powerful because
what does wisdom? Talking about wisdom, Solomon. What does Solomon ask for?
wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures, man.
No, he just asked for pure wisdom so he can lead the people. He understood having that wisdom will bring all the other things to him. But some of our people now just want to, I want this, I want that, I want this, but have no wisdom when you get it. I want to win a lottery, but you don't have no wisdom. And once you win a lottery, how to utilize that money to where you don't have to work no more. Your children don't have to work no more. If you did it just right, it trickles down to a couple of family members that got the same understanding because they done sat in councils with the elders and understood wisdom and have wisdom, applying the knowledge they have and everything. But we don't do that. We don't do that in our communities, man. But what you got?
I was gonna say, it's a powerful thing when you put on put on wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It's a very glorious thing to have wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, to be patient and temperate and being meek. Because once you understand these scriptures, you're less likely to go offline with wrath when you really diligently read these scriptures, because you start building patience when you read these scriptures as well. Like it's a trickling effect. When you're studying these scriptures, you looking for wisdom, you're seeking wisdom, you're trying to find wisdom within these scriptures, then the wisdom will show upon you, just like the scriptures is talking about. And like Mina was saying, it can save your life. It will save your life. Being restricted with the fetters of wisdom can save your life. You know what I'm saying?
Now, mind you, you put save your soul, then you went back and said save your life. Salat.
Both.
It saved them both.
Both, right.
One with the Most High, one with man. You feel me?
Right.
Because they're gonna be able to understand when they see, like, man, who is this chick? Why is she acting like this? You feel me? Not knowing that, I'm not just a chick. I'm not a chicken head. I'm not a chicken. Ain't no cock-a-doodle-doo. I'm a daughter of Zion, homeboy. Understand that.
Like prime example, Slot. You know, like when you read these scriptures, I'll give an example of having patience and meekness and temperance. I was out at the store one day, and the line was taking real long. Like it was a long line. Like it was slow. It was a very hectic day that day, and everybody's getting upset. Like they wilding. Like people like real deal like about to throw stuff in the store, and I'm just sitting there.
Keep going.
Yeah, I'm standing there, and I'm just like, why are these people wilding out so bad? Like they getting angry, like they're upset for no reason. Like you still got to get your stuff. So as I'm going up, somebody was talking to me. Oh, you better hurry up, this and this and that, because I'm giving my stuff to the cashier. She, like, the lady's rushing me, being very rude and disrespectful. The nigga wanted to come out. I wanted to just but wisdom stopped me from doing that. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom stopped me, and come to realize I didn't know until I looked. Her man was standing right behind her, and he was holding a gun in his waist. Now imagine if I turned up like a nigga and really started spazzing on this lady. I could have probably lost my life that day.
Mm-hmm.
But wisdom was there to prevent me from doing such said thing. And I yield. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna do that.
What? No. Keep that tuck. Keep that tuck. Keep that in the cut.
So with that, family, Shalom for locking in with us. We had a powerful class tonight. Again, the class, again, I'm about to say the relapse, but not wrap it up, but what's the word I want to use?
What?
To recap. The recap on what we discussed. So my mind going right now. With wisdom creates and gives you patience, faith, meekness. We ain't really touch on faith too much, but that faith is making sure you don't waver. You know, Hamashiach Yahushua died for you. That's the faith we have. Read that real quick for me. Revelations 12:14. Is it 12:14?
What the fruits of the spirit?
No. Why you went to the fruits of the spirit? I said Revelations. Faith in Christ. Keep the commandments and faith in Christ.
What was it? Revelations.
Try 14:12.
14:12.
Yeah, you know I got dyslexia.
What's this? 14 verses 12. Here the patience.
Yep. Read that.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 12.
Okay.
Here is the patience of the saints.
The patience of the saints. With wisdom comes patience. That's why the saints are going to have patience. Why? Because the saints have that wisdom. Keep going.
Here are they that keep the commandments.
They does what?
Here are they that keep the commandments.
Because they understood wisdom told you to seek the commandments of the Most High. You feel me? And keep going.
Of the Most High and the faith of Yahushua.
And you're going to have the faith in Yahushua. Why you have to have faith in Yahushua? Knowing that he's the first begotten. If the Most High allowed him to die and raise up again, guess what he can do for us? Allow us to die and raise up again.
Right.
Or raise up into glory just like him.
All right.
You feel me? He was made just like us. He wasn't no man that wasn't not like us. He was born just like us. He was tempted the same way we was tempted. You feel me?
Right.
But he had discipline. He had that wisdom. Why? Because he sought it out from his youth. When he was a youth, the parents asked him, "Where were you?" I was doing my father's business. I'm over here in the temple worshiping the Most High.
That's
and
cool,
asking questions about what's going on.
That's cool.
You see how everything connects itself? You
Right.
can't get around that. All this stuff is going to connect itself when you really put everything in perspective of what the scriptures are talking about. And with that, I'm going to say Shalom, family, again, the water for logging in. My powerful Captain Number One was supposed to be here today and knock out of class, but some came up. But most high willing, he can do it next week. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom, family. Log in with us next week and hope to see you again next week. Most high willing. With that,
Shalom.
Shalom.